up, though? And welcome back to I'm Growing Man. It's your man, John D. in the building. You know, I had to get back out here and try to put some content that could possibly change somebody's life. And those of you that don't know who I am, I'm a father, I'm a husband, I'm a friend, uncle, whatever you want to be. At the end of the day, I just want to be like a word of encouragement that it can always get better. So if anything that I say can be taken in the wrong way, anything, if you think anything I said offended you, please share, because that's not my intent. My intent is to help anybody who's hurting, looking for some way, somehow, something that can make them feel like they're a little more in control of this wonderful thing I call life. I'm here just trying to share my experiences, and hopefully we'll give somebody the motivation to change who they really are, you know, because a lot of times the distractions around us can make us believe we're somebody who we're not. And it's gonna take a different type of belief, if that makes sense. Like, anything can change. You just gotta want it. You know, like, you can go rob a bank if you want. You don't put no time into it, you know, you're gonna get caught. And I'm not trying to encourage anybody to rob a bank. I'm just saying the likelihood of you doing anything is gonna take time, right? And if you say you're gonna do it, you know, if you want a change, it's gonna take some time. You know, if you want to be successful at it, you can't just automatically think like you out here mastering life because you just woke up and was blessed by whatever higher spirit that I wasn't introduced to. Because at the end of the day, I believe in a higher power. Used to believe in, you know, different ways of like being focused on one area. And then, I don't know, I just realized that who we are as people, if we don't look for more, we're always going to believe what we were told is the truth. And I'm not saying the information I have is the truth, but I do believe what to be true is if you look for more information, you will be more understanding of why you are where you are. You know, where I am, I'm like embarrassed of, you know, of my young adulthood. You know, I just had a different perspective on how to move through life. I just felt like if I wasn't breaking the laws, I'm going to work, doing the best I can, and I'm traveling, I was like invincible. And I know I just named a few things, but in my head, if my family didn't start, I would have been a statistic. So I'm blessed it'll be 16 years in June, me and the wife and been together. And you know what's so crazy? I never thought in a million years I could get here. So this is why I got on here. I just realized I'm going to be the coldest husband and the coldest father ever. You know, like, I think about everybody who's out here with intentions to change the world. Like, most of them are men, and then you have women here. And there's no disrespect to anybody, but nobody's talking about family. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to just push this agenda for the rest of my life, because where I am as a man, I don't remember another man telling me why I should have gotten here. And with this commitment I have for the remainder of my existence to master communication is to just give whoever is willing to be open about who they are to get to this place, because there's nothing that I grew up on that told me that I could be here. And just give you a little piece of my life. I wake up at 4 a.m. I study languages. I meditate. I work on communication by journaling, you know, try to talk about what I'm going to do and give acknowledgments for different people that's in my life to help me get here. And then I get ready for work. Well, actually, I feed the dogs. I come back and do more language, because at 6 o'clock you get double points on one of the apps I'm on. And then I get ready for work. So by the time I get to work, it's probably about 6:45. The first kid probably enters my room about 7:30. So in 45 minutes, I'm able to just kind of look at what I'm doing, throughout the day and then like break everything down, and try to get myself mentally prepared with responses to students who don't know how to talk to adults appropriately. And at the time, I'm supposed to be teaching math, but I got to tell them, hey, are you mad at me? It's like, no, I ain't mad at you. I'm like, why are you talking to me like that? You got to let them know, like, your language seems a little aggressive. You never know who you could be talking to, and I don't want your behaviors to, scare anyone off. So this is the type of stuff that I'm doing. I'm practicing communication by being able to respond to young teens that are raw. You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to give them this information I'm giving to my own kids through the delivery of math. And I built this relationship where this is by far the best birthday I ever had. My kids got me like cakes, and this is the first time I've ever been at a job where people knew it was my birthday and it felt good. And I know I'm off the subject, but really made me feel good. But my whole point is that I've created these relationships with these students. And I told them, in order to be great, you have to do something every single day. Like, there's no skipping. Like, if you want to do it, but everybody's gotten comfortable with doing what they do. So I'm going to show people my intentions. I want to be an example to my kids, including my students, that I work on my craft every single day. And whoever gets me as a teacher, I'm going to give them everything I got, because at the end of the day, it's continuously sharpening my sword. So just imagine I'm getting that type of day-to-day feedback. I can't do anything but improve. And I'm seeking feedback so that I can improve. And at some point, maybe people will understand what I've been trying to say. You got to believe in yourself. And until I get to that point where people be like, I think I know what he's talking about. And I'm going to keep working. But this is the thing. I changed my health just so that I can extend the life as much as I can control. Because I can't worry about things I can't control. And just work on my craft. Work on my craft to the point where people already know my intent before I get there. I didn't come for any problems. In fact, I'm just here to listen. If you want me to do that, I can't believe I'm here. I used to always want to be seen. I'm telling you. I used to always when I was growing up, people wasn't in the gym shoes like that. People might say they were, but they weren't. I used to be in the gym shoes, and I remember it was this thing we used to do. Anyways, the whole point I'm trying to say is that I was into this thing where I wanted to be seen by gym shoes because people wasn't into it like that. And I could have a raggedy outfit on. As long as my shoes is cold, it didn't even matter. Somebody was like, he looked bummy. Did you see my feet? That's all I cared about. And then I realized that I carried this energy like it didn't even matter. And now I realize what people were talking about. I always did what I wanted to do. And until now, I just realized what everybody's been talking about. I've been so uptight. It's like I want to say the right things. Working with kids, I want a parent to feel like if they know who I am, it was because I'm working every day to improve as a human, as a teacher, because I'm going to be the coldest teacher too. I be studying teachers now, why they're good at what they do. At some point, I'm going to be able to have all of this skill set, and I'll be cold and I'll be recognized. I already know because, I already know the work I've already done and the work that I'm committed to doing for the rest of my life. Check this out. As time goes, I'm going to keep working. That's all I'm teaching. Tell my students, look, check this out. Do I look burnt out? No. And this is still at work. How about this? I'm driving home now. All in my head is my family. It's all family time. You know what I'm saying? I get a different type of peace that I didn't know about. I remember I used to have to go places before I went home. Now I'm trying to be home so I can enjoy as much time being at home, enjoy the moment. I remember not feeling like that. I know people that don't feel like that at all. And I would rather be here than there anytime. I know it's so easy to say, but I'd be trying to figure out how I got here, because that's the reason why I'm working on communication, because this right here, ooh, it's a different piece. So just check this out. If you want to be honest, if you want to call me out, be like, why does he care? I care because if anybody else get here and I wasn't telling people about this place, he'd probably try to fight me. And I don't want no problems. I already thought about what it would look like if I kept this a secret. I put this information in the chokehold. How disrespectful would that be? I'm the type of energy, I'm trying to figure out what can I do to help you. If I can't help you, I want to wish you the best and I hope you find whatever you're looking for. I don't want no problem. But if I got it, it's yours. That's word to my mama. You know what I'm saying? I've always grew up. How about this? You look back at my life. When I became an adult, I always had people with me, like live with me at one point. Like I was like the whole, like if they needed a place to get away, they could stay in my crib rent free. I never thought about charging rent for anybody. No lie. And then come to find out I was the person that was, I thought everybody felt like that. I didn't know I was like rubbing people the wrong way. You know, I kind of made people feel like it was okay to let people do that. And then my wife was like, she wouldn't for that, but she saw the type of person I was, because we definitely had somebody living with a few people. You know what I'm saying? Like in my head, if you need the help, and then we can do it. That's the type of person I've always been. And you can check that, you know. So now I'm trying to work on communication so that I can share this piece that I found. Problem is you really got to work for it though. You know, I was like, I'm studying Buddhist monks, and anybody that talks about peace, they all do the same stuff. Like it's crazy. Like I can see how women be distractions, but women don't have to be a distraction if you got the right one, right? You know what the right one is? The one you actually get to know. Everybody think it's about appearances. I'm telling you. Check this out. I always thought about a woman had to be smart. And my wife has been the smartest woman I've ever known. The idea of us not being together sounded crazy to me. So I'm here to tell you guys, if you believe in yourself, change your diet. I didn't even tell you what you got to change it to. Just change it to a healthier one. If you believe in yourself, you deserve to eat and become healthier. Just get into like a routine of just trying to improve. And I tell you this, if you do that, you're going to change. And it's going to be for the better. I'm sorry. It is. It's just going to be for the better. Like, I don't know. Like, I've had people tell me, like, hey, John, everybody don't want to get better. I was like, oh, this message is not for you. I'm sorry. This is only for the people that want to get better. So my birthday passed, and my assistant principal, he knows how I move. And then he got me this book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective Families by Stephen R. Covey. I hope that's how you pronounce it. And I just like read like the foreword, and I was just like, oh my God, I'm gonna have so much fun in this book. Like that's where I am. You know, I don't know. I'm just addicted to finding ways to get better. And I think that if you knew there was a place you could go where it's rarely that you're unhappy and you're completely productive, wouldn't you want to know how to get there? Your family benefits from it. Your health is better. You're able to do more. You learn boundaries. You know, you stand firm on what you believe in. But I will say, when you go on this journey, you will challenge everything you believe. You will, because we only know what we know. And a lot of people stop learning after college. So some people only know what they know. You have to seek more if you want more. And that's what I found out. You know, the internet is the key to learn anything and be cold at it. You just got to put the work into it. Like when you put the work in, you can see why people get paid for what they get paid for. You'll understand that a lot of people, you'll understand. But I just wanted to let everybody know, I'm intentional with working on communication for the rest of my life, and hopefully we can have some fun along the way, because I told you guys when I first started this podcast, I want to do it for the rest of my life. I want to show you guys what it takes to become really good at something with intentions of becoming better. That's it. Like, the communication for me is really big for me, because people used to say, like, that's just John, or, John always arguing. I used to hate that. I'm like, why is that? I didn't realize, because I couldn't articulate. And I remember everybody was like, John, just because you're getting loud don't mean you're more right. When I look back, I was so, like, I was embarrassed. Like, I'm like, dang, was I that childish? Yeah, I was that childish. It hurts my feelings that people kind of just, it was like I was the little kid that, I don't know, people just let me do whatever. And I couldn't talk. So now I'm working on my communication so that people understand my intent before I get there, because I don't want any problems. I come in peace. Like, it's a lot to unlayer, but it's fun when you do it. It's like a video game. You unlayer different parts of your life and you start to master how you move, and it becomes a game. And you like, dang, I got to work on this every day. And then over the course of time, you'll see fruit. The problem is people don't know how much effort it really takes. And that's the reason why I said, if you really want it, you got to do it every single day. You got to just, like, it's really difficult in sport. So shout out to those guys, you athletes. Man, that's where I got your routine from. Except I could do mine a lot easier because I could do it all day. I'm working in my craft, mastering communication, delivering math, trying to give these kids what I'm giving you guys. Just imagine the students that I'm reaching, where would they get this information from? Ever. You know what I'm saying? Like, they wouldn't even be exposed to it. So now they have a teacher that is an example of what he believes in. Like, I'm really working on communication so that I can help my students have a fruitful life way earlier than me. So yeah, it makes me feel really good too. Like, people be flossing, all kind of stuff, right? But my days be dope. Like, every single day. Like, I didn't know this place existed. People like, how you doing? I'm like, fantastic. All the time. Like, I have some moments, but when I get to reflect, look, I reflect so quick. And I apologize to the kids. I'm like, hey, I apologize for my tone, but I was hurt. And I raised my voice. But y'all got to do better than that. But I got to do better than that, because they kids, right? But I'm just showing them, like, as an adult, I'm looking for ways to improve. So just imagine that. They're watching me improve. And by the end of the year, like, they're going to adopt a lot of my habits as far as, communicating. And they're going to understand as they move through life, like, how important communication really is. So my life is a constant practice. And I just feel like at some point, be pretty cold at it. And I think that's the thing. If I knew how to do this when I was a kid, you only know what you know. Whatever you want to do, you have to do it every day. Or you at least got to do it more than the people that's getting paid, that's not getting paid. Like, there's a routine of things that you have to do in order to be really good at something. A lot of us don't know that. No matter how much money you make, if you don't know the routine, you're going to lose the money, unfortunately. You can get lucky with the lottery. You can pay people to pay whatever. But when it comes to you, if you don't know the routine, you'll lose the money. So y'all be careful out there.
Y'all make today better than yesterday. Don't worry about anything you can't control. GATA. Get after that action, or that action will get after you. Be great on purpose. Boom.